Yeah, I forgot my webcam, so that's going to be good.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
Clever that is. Yeah, don't know how I managed that this morning.
Oh, it doesn't matter, mate. It doesn't matter.
Sweet. Right, I'll jump straight into it then.
Yep.
I've got the question still. Yeah, so basically, obviously we had the call last time, but we've made the decision to redo it with just the board members, just the three of us.
Yep.
So we'll redo the Q&A from what we had before. So the first one was from Shane, which is, what are the plans for the club? Now, I think the question, or the answer, should I say, have changed a lot since the first video anyway. Because of what we have achieved, such a small time frame. So obviously the plan is we're going to be playing from Whittam Stadium, the Sir Marco Stadium. We will be raising as much money as possible for some great charities, actually. We've got a list of great charities we're going to be supporting. We've got the charity game for Mind first up against the Elite. So that'll be annoyingly far away yet, but that'll be a good game when we eventually get to it. I think the future is massive for the club, to be honest. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah. I think from a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3, or whatever, however long ago it was from when we started implementing the plans to what everyone's achieved. It's not just us three; it's everyone as a whole club, as a whole team. With what we've all achieved in such a short space of time, it's just unbelievable, really.
So far, we've done brilliant. Everyone's done brilliant in the team so far.
It's just, for me personally, it just proves our worth in what we're trying to do. As I think we all agree, is we don't just want to be that one-trick pony and just have a team where we just compete in the league. We want to just use our passion and what we do, and then do something with it as well.
Of course.
So I think that's probably the ethos of what we try to do, which has obviously been recognised by quite a lot of people, which is good. All good from that point of view.
Yeah, I think you can definitely feel the passion from the team. I think a lot of people have stepped up before we've even kicked a ball this year. A lot of people have stepped up in not just sharing things on the social media, but as well as actually going out there and fundraising. Shane's done a fantastic job, even just over the last couple of days, raising money from something like such a simple but effective idea of scratch cards. It's made a massive difference. The sponsorships that we've gained, the ground share, I think there is a big future for this club, and we're still months away from kicking a ball yet.
Yeah, exactly. And it just means that we've got even more time to be able to implement more things that are going to help us achieve what we need to do. So, but yeah, for me personally, it's exciting. It really is exciting.
Yeah, I must admit, I can't wait. I cannot wait. So the second question was from Regan. I can't really answer this one, so I'll leave this to you two. That is, how is everyone coping with the lockdown so far?
For me personally, it's hard. It is really hard, but again, it's just one of those things that unfortunately has happened, and then we're not the only ones that are having to go through this. There's obviously millions of people that are going through it, but the good thing for specifically us three and the team and the guys that we've got that are in lockdown with the team is that we've now got something to focus on and something to keep us busy. And it has been keeping us really, really busy. So to be honest with you, at the beginning of the lockdown, I was kind of affected by it, but now it's not really bothering me because I've got this with you guys to concentrate on.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think if we didn't have this going, it'd be completely different. But this is obviously taking our minds off of it, and it gives us something to concentrate on. So it feels like we are still working, and we're seeing our achievements come day by day at the moment. We're getting more things done by the day, so it's all going effective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I love that. Love that. So the next two questions, the last two questions, should I say, come from Daniel Elmore on Twitter, which is at Elmo3685. The first question was, how did you get involved in charity football? So for me, obviously, this was the first sort of run out for charity football for me, starting this team, which started from just playing inter-club games last year to the heights we've reached already this year. Mm-hmm. And it's only up from here. But yeah, it was just an idea that was thrown about by a couple of lads last year that we decided to get on the road, and yeah, that was really it. To hit where we are now from that, it's just fantastic. But yeah, that was my first run in with it, really.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and I think, I don't know, Seb will probably agree with this as well, is that it just goes back to what I said before, is that doing something different is important. I mean, we all love to play the game, we all love to watch the game, and some of us specifically, some of the lads that we've got have played a really, really good level of football in their time. Now, playing what you want to do, doing a sport that you love, and raising money for charity, because in one way or another, I think I mentioned before, is that in one way or another, a lot of us have been affected in some way, whether that be personally or whether people we know or love, by the charities that we are supporting. So if we can combine the two together and play football whilst raising money for those worthy causes, then it's just a win-win situation for everyone, really.
Seb, anything you want to add to that?
No, I completely agree with you two with that. I mean, I've played various charity games before. Like I played in like Ipswich Norwich charity games. I've done other little bits, but nothing's had the same feeling as what this club has. You know, there isn't that player who's like, oh, I'm the best one here. We haven't got anyone. Everyone's working as a team. Everyone's know what we want out of this, and we're all coming together lovely. This year.
Yeah, spot on. I think like anything more needs to be added to that, to be honest, which leads in quite nicely to the next question, which is, what's our best moment as a team so far? Now, in the last video, I said about the second game, like the atmosphere that we had after the final whistle of the second game of that winning team was unreal. It was like we'd just won a cup final. You know, the feeling was brilliant. Knowing what we'd done, like raise money for Help for Heroes, the way we all played together, gelled together, was just fantastic. Now, that was my original answer, but I think the best moment as a team has been this last 7 days, like this last week. It's just been amazing. Like setting the foundation and the future of this football club, and the amount of things we've got going for us so far. It's just, 100%. This last week has been my best moment for this club so far.
It's exciting. Yeah, I can't stop thinking about it, to be honest with you. It's just, it's probably doing my missus' head in a little bit, but hey ho, this is charity, isn't it? So, I completely agree with you, John. I think just the past 7 days, and just looking at some of the passion from some of the other members of the team and what they're putting in, it's just unbelievable. Really, you can't ask for more than that, really. And it just shows how far people are willing to go and what people are willing to do. For worthy causes, and get this venture, because I will call it a venture, to where it kind of needs to be.
I can't even think of anything like that, guys.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I don't think I can fault any of the lads so far. You know, the lads have been brilliant. They've all chipped in. I think they've all seen what we're doing, and they're trying to mirror that in their own little group as well. You know, what they've put together, the ideas they've thrown at us. They've gone, above and beyond. And I cannot fault any one of them boys so far. So to the ones that do watch this, from the three of us, we do just want to give you a massive thank you for the support you've given us so far. And it's honestly such an honour to be able to play with you guys later in the year, last year, and the future of this club to all build together. It's just, it's such an amazing feeling. It really is.
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't say anything more than that, mate, to be fair. Brilliant.
So that is nice and easy. Bring the end to the Q&A. Obviously, we brought up a few things in the last video as well about a few things we're going to do between the club. So trying to keep everyone engaged, which at the time of recording the last video, I was a bit hesitant as to whether it was going to happen. But given the players and the members involved in the team a role at every game, just to make sure we've got all the numbers there. When that was brought up the last video, I was a bit hesitant and thought, I know it's easier said than done, but the commitment that the players have put in so far, I don't doubt for a second we'll have everyone there at every game, no matter what they're doing.
Yeah.
So
100%.
that I'm quite happy with. We spoke about the club shop and obviously players buying like training kits and that. Now that's in the works because obviously everything's still shut. This lockdown's affecting everything. So we're still working on rebuilding the club shop. but we have got a new club shop opening as well with the kits when that comes around. So that's something else that we'll be able to put money back into the club, which will then let us put more money back into the donations. The club videos, I think, for now are going to be scrapped just because no one's done it, which, you know, I'll hold my hands up, I haven't done one either.
No,
but I don't think we particularly need to now with what we're doing as the board members. And then, as we said about the subs from like the warm-ups and the friendlies, that all of that money will go towards the donation for the next event and the charities that we're raising for at the next event. I think that was about it, to be honest. That was everything brought up from the last video, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah. Again, you said it all there. There's nothing really to add on that, mate, to be honest with you. It's just... I'll keep saying it, and I'm saying it over and over again, but I've been involved in various different football teams in the past, like we all have, every single one of us. But the feeling that you get from this is just something that kind of not felt before in a football club, and the squad that we've got as well, and what every single individual person that's involved is trying to do. Just I've not seen it before, not had that kind of feeling of, do you know what, this is good. Do you know what I mean? I've not had that before, and I hope you agree with that as well. Just amazing, really.
I completely agree with what you're saying there.
Perfect.
Honestly, yeah. The more that we're announcing and the more that we're getting done, the more my mind just goes crazy about this. Is going to be amazing. By the time we get to August and we're starting getting ready for these events, the money that we could particularly raise is just unreal. Like going from, we had a decent year last year. You know, we raised 300 quid for both Help for Heroes and cancer research. But from what we've done last year to now, it's just night and day. And I think the money that we could raise now is going to be phenomenal. Like the things we've got in the works, just going to be massive.
Yeah, 100%, mate, 100%. And I think you touched on the point yesterday that we were speaking as well, is that with the infrastructure that we've already built around the club already, in terms of who we brought on board and what we're going to be doing, I think this is a good opportunity for a lot of people. And I think we're already starting to see a lot of traction as well, specifically with what we're doing on social media and every single person involved that's sharing all of that kind of stuff. We are getting noticed out there as a club. We wouldn't have what we've got now if we wasn't getting noticed. And I think for me, that's just only going to grow. And I think a lot of people will want to be involved in this. Specifically for me, because some of the companies that I've been speaking to, which we'll touch on in a minute, is that they don't want to get involved in this to get something back from it. They're just happy to get involved and support our cause, and happy for us to go in support that, in the fact that it's the charity that wins at the end of the day. And that's the most important thing.
Yeah, spot on that. I really think I can add much to that, to be honest. As you say, we will touch on it in a minute, the support that we've had, not just from fellow football clubs, you know, other charity clubs wanting to play us to raise money, but the sponsorships that we've had that aren't in it for themselves, they're not in it for a business boost. They're in it solely to help us do what we have set out to do, which again, everything that's just coming on board is just, it's really making it all worth it. You know, 7 days a week we've been so far, but it's making the things that are unfolding just that much sweeter every time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think for me personally, like when we sat here, 7-10 days ago, the three of us, and we was looking at things, and we had one sponsor, which we'll touch on in a minute. We had one sponsor, and I personally was thinking, how are we going to get more? Because we don't have the financial backing that most teams, whether it be a local team or whatever it might be, we don't have financial backing because we're a complete non-profitable organisations. All of the funds that do get raised go to that. So we rely on the local support and of the businesses to be able to back us to continue doing what we're doing. And I think 7 days ago, I was sitting here going, how are we going to find that? And all of a sudden, within a couple of days, it just went bang and it blew up. And now we've got 7, something like that.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're sitting at 6 sponsors.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got an affiliation with Whittam Town Football Club as well, which again is something we'll go into in a little bit. But yeah, to go from, it was literally, so I'm looking through the website now, which we'll touch upon and go through everything on the video. But 6 days ago was the announcement, obviously, you and Seb coming on board as club directors. So from then to where we are now, it's just, I don't think I could have ever imagined what we've done, doing what we've done within not even a week.
No, exactly. Yeah. But again, that's down to every single individual involved in this club. Every single person has had their say. It's brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. And just touching on that as well, it come up a little while ago about players getting involved in that and the outreach that we've had, and we're getting noticed. Just this morning, we had a donation come in from Southend United striker Stephen Humphreys, which even saying that sentence out loud feels weird.
Yeah,
but
of course.
That's just wicked. Like, to get noticed like that from a League One team, just saying, you know what, times are hard, but they're still going to reach out and put money into the club is just fantastic.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah, perfect. As I said, like, it just proves that our name is out there. Our name is out there and we are getting noticed. And to have that alongside some of the other names that we've already got, just mind-blowing. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, that's it. I think it just only seems to be going up from here, which, you know, if this is what we've done within 6 days, then I believe it's quite safe to say the future is very bright at the minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
So going back to the website then, because literally we can just go through all the news that's come up, which it's taken me quite a while to scroll through. That's how busy we've been. After the club appointments, obviously we got rebranded. We got the new badge that was on board. I think even that, something as simple as a new badge, has really allowed us to catch people's eye and go, actually, yeah, they look very serious about what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think unveiling the new badge helped us really underline what we're about to do and declaring a new era for this football club. Last year we started and we got the ball rolling. This year we're ready to take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, 100. I mean,
yeah.
As you said, I think Seb will probably agree, is that we've kind of, even with the badge, it's a statement for the club. That's all it is. It's a statement of who we are and the noise that we're making. And I think just by us releasing or the unveiling of the new, as John said, the unveiling of the new logo, I think that got us quite a lot of traction from the immediate outset as well, just by sharing it around, because it is a nice logo. Let's agree.
Very eye-catching. That's the thing.
There was nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong with the old one. There was nothing wrong, but I just think we just needed to make that slight. Sometimes the smallest change can make a big difference. And
that's it. As I say, I think it's fair to say that statement is nothing but true. It's literally come to fruition from a new badge, from club appointments. It's just blown up, and being able to say, right, we have got a new badge, we are making a statement, has allowed us to start putting eyes on the product now, eyes that we didn't have before.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, totally agree.
So yeah, after that come the first sponsor. We got obviously everything that's going up you'll see on the channel. The channel we're on right now will go all up on here, so we can get as many eyes on the product, get as much I've lost my word. Get as much eyes on the product, raise as much awareness and money for the charities that we're supporting. So that'll all come nicely. And to have a little bit of financial backing into the club from then, to what we've got now was mind-blowing. But to have that first bit of financial backing really helped us to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I just want to make a quick point as well, is that what I would probably suggest is that perhaps some people just have a look at some of the local semi-professional teams' websites in and around the area, or any semi-professional team. Half of those won't have as many sponsors as what we've got already.
Mhm.
and with some of the names that we've got.
Yeah, that's it.
We've got, like you said, within the last 5 to 7 days, we've got 6 sponsors. That's unreal, more than what some teams can get in a whole season. So there is something special about this club, and people can notice it.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Perfect.
And I think, again, it's only just going to grow from here once we do start. I mean, we're, what, 3 months from kicking a ball again this year yet, from the way things stand. And what we've done already is massive. And what will come after that, I don't think I can even sit here and begin to imagine, because of how quickly we've grown in these 6 days was unimaginable. So to think of what we're going to achieve even further down the line, it's just, I'm very excited to see what the future holds.
Yeah, me too, mate. I just can't wait to get going now. 3 months is a long time.
3 months, let's go.
It's been long enough as it is, I think.
Yeah.
God.
Does any one of our sponsors want to donate a time machine?
Can only dream.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. So I think the next bit of news was what really caught us off guard the most. Being able to unveil that all-important association with Whittam Town Football Club and being able to announce the Samarco Stadium as our home ground. That was just... I was not expecting it, I must admit.
Nah. I was kind of expecting us to get the odd ground here and there, but to be able to have a ground, I mean, I've not seen it, but I'm sure it's a very nice ground. But to be able to have something to call home is brilliant. But also, on the other hand, having a home attracts a lot of other teams as well. So I think that was probably one of the most successful and important things that's happened. I think you'd agree. Without that, I don't think that we'd have been able to implement or establish the rest of what we've put in the club already.
Yeah, that's it. I think, again, being able to attract sponsors has helped. Being able to attract sponsors has been made a lot easier from being able to say, right, we are not just going to be looking at grounds here and there. We have a home ground. This is where everyone will see your advertisement, your company name will be put out there from our home. We're not going to be traveling all over. We have got a place where we're going to build a following. We're going to get a local attraction, and your company will be featured predominantly because you've been able to help us get here. I think that, it's been made a lot easier getting Whittam Town as our home ground.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Yeah, 100%.
Still don't sound real now.
No,
I really don't. That's the thing, though, as well. I think being able to be in there with such a club, we're going to be able to build a relationship with this club as well. It's only going to help the two of us grow stronger.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah. Again, just another massive statement, isn't it, of who we are and what we're doing.
So we managed to get another sponsor on board, another bit of financial backing. And then all of a sudden, we got to a point where we was able to do the home sponsorship raffle and be able to announce that PB Decor was going to be our official home kit sponsor, which, that picked up literally overnight, which was massive. We managed to get that all in the works. I remember the three of us talking about, we're close to getting this, but still a lot of work to do. And then all of a sudden, right, okay, we're ready to get the new home kit ordered, which was fantastic. And again, I think that gives not only us lot, but the boys, the players, something else to look forward to.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it just goes back to what you said before. If we take it back to the new badge, for example, like the new badge, new brand, we also obviously decided that we needed, obviously, the new kit to be able to do that. But we can't do that without having these sponsors that are going to be willing to back us in being able to obtain those particular pieces. So, again, in terms of the home kit itself, which I'm sure the details of will be released at some point, I personally want to thank Paul Bailey from PB Decor for agreeing to sponsor that particular kit. Perfect. And again, that's just going to go a long way to us.
Absolutely. We've been wearing that kit with pride at every home game, haven't we? So it's good to get. Obviously, people are going to be seeing that kit, seeing it's a fresh kit. Like you said, with the new badge on it, it shows that we're serious, doesn't it? You know, and more people see it, the more people are going to talk, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah.
That's it. Even like such a sponsorship is going to allow us to go a long way into, looking the part. We can look the part on and off the pitch now. The fact that we're able to support PB Decor for supporting us, we're not just going to be ground hopping, so to speak, but to be at a home ground where every time PB Decor is going to be featured on our home kit, it's going to allow a lot more eyes on Paul's company, so being able to kind of repay Paul for supporting us, I think goes a really long way. But yeah, as I say, without PB Decor's generous support, it would be very difficult, and we wouldn't no way be in the position that we are now.
No, absolutely. And again, I just want to make the point again is that none of these businesses that have supported and sponsored us, whether it be with a kit sponsor or a club sponsor, none of these businesses have in any means said that their sole purpose for doing so was to get repeat business. They solely believed in what we're doing, and because we're raising money for charity, they felt that that was the most important thing. They're not in it for business themselves. They're in it to support charities and the other organisations out there.
Yeah, that's it. Again, I think it's been made a lot easier on us for companies to, get involved, is that we're not just doing it to play football. We're not just doing it to go, right, okay, every Sunday we're going to go and meet up at this park and we're going to play in a league. We are doing it to say, right, we're serious about raising money for charities, and the charities that we've got listed to support, as you brought up earlier, Spencer, if either impacted us directly or have impacted people that we know and love. So I think that not only gives the boys that extra motivation to come and play for the club and put everything that they have into it, but will allow sponsors to go, you know what, these boys are going to do a good thing, and our support is going to help them raise even more money for the charities that need it.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Yeah, and that's the goal, isn't it? Really, that is the goal for us. It's just to raise as much money as possible.
100%. And then I can't remember if it was the same day or it might have been the day after, we got another sponsor on board. We got, yesterday, yeah, we got Lawson London Ltd on board, which again, another huge sponsorship for us, another boost that's going to allow us to do what we've set out to do. So again, we want to give Lawson London Ltd a massive thank you for helping us to, we've not even gone over all of the updates yet, but for helping us get to where we are now. And without their support, again, it makes our life a lot easier to focus on the fundraising side of things as opposed to trying to find money for this and that. And every penny that comes into the club, it now allows us to put that whole, the whole money, the whole donation towards a charity instead of, right, well, we've got to pay out for this and this. It's all sorted thanks to these amazing sponsors that has backed us.
Yeah, and let's not back away from the fact as well, is that a lot of these businesses that have come on board with us are also going through the same situation as what a lot of other businesses are at the moment with the COVID virus. But for them to say, right, yeah, we are going through a terrible time, or we are as a country, as a world, in a terrible time, and as a business, to then still sponsor us financially, it's amazing. It really is.
Can't even add anything on that. Again, I think, like you said, everyone's in a tough time, but people are still making the time to find the money to sponsor the club for such good causes and to get themselves out there. It's unreal support.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
it. I mean, to find this support, if everything was back to normal, to find this support would have been great as it is. But for these companies to come out here and support us during these horrible, horrible times where it is having an effect on everybody, not just mentally, not just physically, but financially as well, for these companies to so generously still put money in their pocket and say, you know what, we want to put into the club, we want to support you. I think that's overlooked. And I think it's just, I'm lost for words. Generally, the support that these companies have given us, especially during these horrible times, has just been fantastic.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that, mate. Nothing more to say on that.
Yeah, I'm the same.
So, from that, again, another massive bit of news. We managed to secure an away sponsor as well, which, blew us away. Like, from the speed that we got the home sponsorship sorted to companies offering even more support and now managing to secure an away kit sponsor as well. As I say, this has been done over 6 days. I think it feels like we've been doing this for months because of time has completely slowed down with what's going on. Yeah. But to be able to announce Fleet Focus as an away kit sponsor, like what a massive achievement. They're a massive company as well. They're not just a small business waiting to start up. They again, and obviously they've been impacted by this financial situation as well, by what is going on in the world. And again, they've been so generous to say, yeah, you know what, times are hard, but we want to support the great cause that you guys are doing. It just goes such a long way that 2 amazing sponsors, we want to thank everyone that supported us, but Fleet Focus and PB Decor allowing us to be in the position to buy a brand new home kit, brand new away kit, to look as professional on the pitch as we're going to look off of it. It's just like amazing.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Very well put. Yeah, I couldn't add to that. I can't add to that. What you said, it's brilliant. Again, another fantastic name to have on the books. Another fantastic name that we can proudly bear on front of the shirts. And I very much, I'm just going to be proud to do that for those specific companies as well as charities as well, just for getting involved. Just simply that. It's simple as that, really.
Absolutely. It's pride to wear these big sponsorships on the front of our shirts to represent them as well as ourselves in these big games coming up in the big events. I don't think we could be thankful enough to these companies for getting involved.
That's it. I think we can say thank you as many times as we can until we go blue in the face. But I think the real thanks is that we can give is that we're going to be able to put money into these charities. We're going to be able to repay these companies by sponsoring us. We're going to be able to repay them by putting as much money as we can into these charities from the donations that we raise, from the money that we raise through the football. It's just, I think that's going to be the real thank you that we can offer these companies, that we can go out there, give 100% into every event and raise as much money as we physically can.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Yeah, 100%. Okie dokie.
And then we ended up with another quite big one, which again caught me by surprise. We managed to secure a deal with Screwfix to get supplied with, I think we've got about 20 footballs that we can use in our warm-ups. So before every game, we've got these balls that we can advertise Screwfix. And again, it's just one less expense for us to have to worry about and try and find this money, which puts the fundraising on the back foot. They've been generous, along with every company that supported us, to really go out there and give us the support that we needed. But I just think it's a massive name to have us shown on the website. And I think it just shows that we are going to make a name for ourselves, but we are out here physically to make this money for charity. And yeah, very happy with what we have achieved.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, brilliant, mate. It's just Screwfix for that just came out of the blue, and that completely just knocked me sideways. To be honest with you, as I said, it doesn't matter whether it's financially or not. The fact that they've been willing to get involved and donate some much needed equipment to us. Again, it's just a massive name that we can just proudly display in our events, to be fair. And again, I can't thank them enough for doing what they've done either.
Absolutely. I think you both hit the nail on the head with that one. It's helped us out so much with the equipment and with the footballs, obviously at the games and warm-up matches or whatever. But it's a big step.
Yeah, definitely, mate, definitely.
And that's just the news that we've had from 6 weeks ago. And I don't doubt for a second that there's going to be another list full of news that we can bring everyone, I say 2-3 weeks down the line, whenever it is. But yeah, just the things that are coming from the woodwork at the minute is fantastic. It's just amazing to see where we're going to take this club and how much we can raise compared to what we raised last year, just by these companies supporting us, by securing this ground share with Witham. It's going to allow us to do a lot more for charities, because it takes that extra pressure off of us to try and find these facilities and the equipment. We've now got full focus on the football and the fundraising, which is the most important. I think you can both agree to that.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of that, I think that's all I've really got to say. Other than that, we've gone over all the news that we've had since, well, even since the last video, but all the news that we have had from 6 days ago, everything that we spoke about on the last video, answering questions that we've been given. I think from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank everyone for the support that you've given us so far. And I just hope that we can repay you all by, smashing our targets and raising all of this money for all of these amazing charities that we're going to support, not just this year, but over the years to come as well.
Yeah, this is not just a one-off thing. This club is going places, and a lot of the people that are involved are going to be pleasantly surprised by what's in order, what's in store, and what's in the plans. So again, all I would say again, just like John said, is that I can't thank everyone enough for what they've done, whether that be the people that have advised us, the people that have sponsored us, whether it be the kits, the clubs with equipment, every single person that's involved in the club. Can't thank you enough. It just goes, and we've said it before, just a long way as to showing who we are and what we're about.
Yeah, I agree on that. Like you said, we can't thank everyone enough, but the clubs come together, the sponsorships are all come flying in, and it's crazy to think where we'll be this time next week.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's it. I think the only other thing to really say to everyone, as well as thank you, is just watch this space and watch what happens next.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah, watch this space. There will be plenty more news, I'm sure, that will be flying out very shortly. I'm sure there'll be a lot of other businesses that will want to, no matter what it is, get involved in some capacity. So yeah, as John said, just watch this space.
That's the thing as well. I think no matter what capacity people can help us, whether it's financially, supporting us with equipment, even just spreading the word of what we're doing and spreading the awareness for our events, it all goes such a long way into ultimately raising just that little bit extra than what we thought we could do. We will set ourselves targets of what we want to raise, but I don't doubt for a second that with everyone's support, what we've had so far and what we're going to get, we're going to absolutely smash through those targets.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's about it, to be honest. I've got nothing else to add.
No, nothing from me.
That's all.
Perfect. Well, thanks for your time, lads.
Thank you very much.
I look forward to unveiling even more news over the next coming days.
Thank you very much, guys. Speak soon.
That's fine. Take care, guys.
Take care. Bye.